Lady Trample is not only a transcendent talent in the world of roller derby, but also in the world of roller skating. Trample founded Chicks and Bowls, which has been a huge driving force in the resurgence of roller skating in parks and bowls. In this episode of Roller Derby Diaries, Trample talks about how Chicks and Bowls started, what its goals and values are, and how it's evolved over the years. This is Roller Derby Diaries, the Chicks and Bowls episode.
I'm Lady Trample, I'm from Auckland, New Zealand, and I'm the founder of Chicks and Bowls. So the first time I ever saw someone skate a bowl was when a skater called Michelle Cutthroat came over to New Zealand. I was taking her on a skating tour of the city, and she asked if there was a skate park. So I took her along to Vic Park, and I watched her drop into this mini ramp, and I was just completely in awe. I had no idea you could skate on your quad skates in a ramp. And on that day, she actually taught me how to pump and how to carve, and from there I was addicted. So a couple of months into it, we'd been skating almost every other day or any opportunity we could find. We had a small posse that was growing from the Auckland skate scene. Some of my league mates were joining us. And one day we were at the skate park, and Kati looks at me and she's like, "Man, it's so cool to see all these chicks and bowls." And I just had this light bulb moment and went home and sketched up a logo and then started a Facebook page. And that's where it all took off. So it was 2012 that we started the Facebook page. And then by the time 2014 rolled around, we had discovered this underground community of quad skaters. And we were actually sitting down to build a website for CIB when we were contacted by some skaters from Argentina, and they messaged asking to start a chapter. And so we actually looked at the Longboard Girls skate crew as inspiration and looked at what their code of conduct is and built our own around what our ethos were, what we stood for, and what we wanted to grow this community into. And basically sent them out this contract, and they signed it, and we launched our first chapter in Argentina in September 2014. And to this day, we've got over 250 chapters spread around the globe. So the first chapter arguably is actually Auckland, which is Auckland, New Zealand, where I started the original Facebook page. But our first official chapter was in Argentina, September. So that original Facebook page is now the main hub that we run. And we have a separate chapter for the Auckland community now. So that original Facebook page, we started using it to post up pictures and videos of our own learnings and our own successes and fails and bails. And then while it kind of just organically grew, we found these underground communities of skaters, the international IGORs, so International Game of Roller Skate, which is a crew of skaters that post tricks competitively playing a knockout game of roller skate. We discovered the Moxie Roller Skate Girls, and then different just crews that had kind of started to form either before or after they discovered what CIB was. So after the Argentina chapter launched, we started getting requests from skaters from all sorts of different areas, and Long Beach was actually one of the earlier chapters to join us. And so they started, they were originally named SoCal, they now go by Orange County, but we had the Orange County chapter grow, and then it started spreading across California and then across the US, and then we had chapters pop up all over the world. So yeah, we have over 250. I think we've got one starting in Korea, in Hong Kong, in some pretty insane places. So the chapters basically get in touch with us. Anyone can run them. They basically just have to be someone that's passionate about roller skating and skate parks. And the whole purpose of them is to create a community of skaters within a set area. So that area ranges depending on, sort of like what there is open to them in terms of skate parks and how big the interest is. But they basically contact us, and all they need to do is be really passionate and inclusive. So it's about really encouraging anyone of any background, age, gender, identity to just come along and have a skate and learn together. I think as a female in skate parks, it can be quite intimidating, and as a roller skater in a skate park, it's not I guess a vessel you come across a lot. It's more common to come across a scooter or a skateboard. And so to come in and have connections with people that know how to skate or are learning alongside you just kind of takes away some of the nerves. So the chapters are encouraged to host meetups, which is a reoccurring skate park session that can happen at a different location every time or the same one, and sometimes they put them on every week, sometimes it's once a month, depending on seasonal availability. But basically this is where the chapters really come together, and this is where the skaters get to come out from their different areas and really learn together. And it doesn't matter whether they're a first time in the skate park or whether they've a tenured skater who's been doing it for years. They come along and they trade tricks and share and just kind of like vibe off each other. So the chapter numbers vary from chapter to chapter. Some chapters are run by like the 2 admins, and occasionally they'll get up to like 3 or 4 skaters. And then other ones, say for instance, some of the Californian chapters have upwards of like 20, 30 skaters, again, depending on how big the event is, whether it's reoccurring. So it can vary anywhere between like 2 to 30. Some of the meetups I've hosted internationally can draw in over 100 skaters. We do a big meetup every World Cup, and the last one saw over 100 skaters come out to the skate park, and that was amazing because that was like skaters from all over the world joining up. CIB has become so much more than I ever dreamed it would. When I first was introduced to ramp skating and first started CIB, all I wanted to do was to share the stoke that I felt for this sport. And I had this overwhelming sense of just like, man, if I did not know this existed, and I remember how excited I was when I first saw it, there must be so many other people that feel that same way. And so that's really our mission. It's just to share it with people in the hopes that someone finds it and connects with it the same way that I have. So one of the things that CIB has done is we have designed a line of products that enhance the way your roller skates work at a skate park. Now you can roll into a skate park with any old roller skates and have a great time, but if you really want to take your skating to the next level, we've worked really hard to design a range of sliders that allow you to slide across the coping as if you had a skateboard. Grind trucks, which again allow you to grind, and they also enhance your stability. And then we've worked on a line of wheels that allow you to pick up speed and to maintain your speed for a long time. And they also, again, make your slides and grinds a lot easier because they give less resistance. If you want to get involved with CIB in any way, you can find us across all the usual social media. We've got Facebook and Instagram and Twitter, but on our website there is www.chicksandballs.com/chapters. That's where you'd find the list of all of our active chapters that are spread all across the globe, so you can find out, look up your area, find out if there's one running, and if there isn't, maybe you could be the next chapter admin.